Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is Sonali from It Starts at Home, and I hope everybody is doing great and you are all keeping fine. I am sure most of you are busy with kids at home who are already doing virtual learning or homeschooling or distance learning, and a lot of you are getting up where the schools are just opening up in rest of the part of the world. Alright, so what's the video all about today? The video is really important, not only for moms who have younger kids, but also whose kids are where the kids are actually in elementary or middle school, or I would say from grades like 1st to 4th or 5th. Yeah, I think the one thing that's coming up, and if you're looking for answers of how to make your homeschool journey or learning or distance education or homeschooling fun, how to build up concentration, how to help your kids to not say no after every 2 or 3 hours of screen learning that they're doing in the house. So this video is for you guys, because I'm going to be sharing with you some really tried and tested methods that can help the kids in build of concentration. We will not be going back and forth with the kids to finish up their work. Definitely, third, it'll be a peaceful and a better environment in the house for the parent and the kid, a better relationship for the mom or the father with the kids, because you don't have to quarrel all the time, or there's no pushing and nagging to the kids to finish up their work. So if you're looking for all these solutions, this is the video. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. All right, so let's get going. All right guys, so the tip number 1 is to play some meditational music. So why not start your schooling time, which is in the morning? So either you can start like 20 minutes or 30 minutes before, or when the kids are getting ready, make sure that you have some nice soothing music which is already calming everyone down, and it's prepping their brain to absorb a lot of information, and it can calm the whole environment down. So not only kids but yourself also. And if you have a chime like this or any other chime, just by pressing it in between can definitely help. So if you can try and do it for 5 to 6 minutes before the school, that'll be great. And if you think that that's too early for you, then I would say when you think that your child is at the brim, when you think they're about to like just be over, that's a good time when you start the music and let the environment cool down and mellow down, and that will definitely work. So that was my tip number 1. Let's move to tip number 2. Alright, so now when I said I need to give you tip number 2, I have a small thing for you guys. A soft toy. The kids are home, right? And whatever said and done, that's not their comfort place. They associate home with playing. They associate home with freedom. They have never associated home with sitting at one place and studying for that long. Especially like they know the teachers are there, the friends are there, but it's not the whole environment, because they're not talking to their friends, they're not having an interaction, they're not going and drinking water, they're not using the loo, they don't have the gym class where they're actually playing. So how can we add all those elements? So the second point is, please tell your kid when they're getting up in the morning, okay, and don't make sure that you're using all these tips in on different days, okay, so that there's a change and there's some kind of excitement like every day. Okay, so tell them that they can pick and choose 3 or 4 soft toys for a day, okay, any of the favorite ones, and keep them all 5 aside, and every time they're changing the class, like for maths, they can keep this one next to them, okay. If the school does not allow it to show it on the computer, make sure that you tell your child to keep it on the side, okay, and they can snuggle up. This is just for comforting them. It's not that there's going to be something very different, it's going to help them concentrate, no. But if you're going to comfort them, it's going to work here and here definitely. And that's what we want. We want the learning process to be enjoyable. We don't want that when the teachers are teaching and when the kids are trying to reciprocate all that information in their head, it becomes cumbersome for them. We don't want that. So make sure that you tell them that let them pick and choose one of their furry toys for the day, and let them enjoy it. When they're reading, when they're writing, they can just keep it there, and they can write about the furry toy too. Let's go to tip number 3. All right, so for tip number 3, what do you think kids enjoy the most when the school is about to start? The new bag, the new tiffin box, the new uniform, the new books, the new covers. But while doing it all at home, I am sure a lot of things have not been the same. So what can we do? Let's do one thing. When you are sleeping before night and when they're hungry, they need to pick up a snack, right? Make sure that you get a snack according to their choice. When I say snack, it could be anything, like whatever they want to eat. They can just ask the mom, and if you can definitely help them do that, this is going to give them that small little happiness in between the work. All right, it could be a chocolate, it could be a pudding, it could be a nice sweet, it could be something savory, that if you want to make something for the lunch, or any kind of chips or any kind of snacks that they want to have in between, let them pick and choose. These are small things that if the kids pick and choose by themselves, they are going to be looking forward to all those things. Okay, adding on to the same thing, make sure that when they're picking up their snack, let them try and pick up let them decide what do they want to have for lunch the same day. Okay, have that conversation with them before that day. So once they're like winding up the school, they're excited because they know they got their favorite snack, all right, and they are getting it as a reward. And then they are also going ahead and gonna have their favorite meal. I know every day it's not possible, but definitely we can work on these things. And if you think the day has not been going very good, try and make more effort and see if you can get them an ice cream or get them something which cheers them up, because we want the kids to smile end of the day. Learning is important, yes. Grades are important, yes, but the most important thing is their mental stability. They're already sitting at home, they're already trying to do many things, and that's the best thing that we can do, is to help them understand the whole process. And they're not alone in this, we're all in this together. All right, so let's go to number 4. The next one is to make a center which is called the play center. All right, so try and make a play center, or it can also be called as brain breaks. So here in US we call them brain breaks, wherein the kids can take a break, they switch on the TV, they can dance for some time. But however, I just feel like putting on music and listening is much more better than watching, because you're already watching and then you're watching again. I really feel that the eyes just don't get the break. All right, so it's better to play the music and then they can dance and groove, and let them do it for 10-15 minutes. Along with that, what you can do is you can definitely add on like a small PlayStation in the side. So when I say PlayStation, slime work pretty well during that time, like slime and clay, something where they are releasing the stress. Okay, and if you can have a squishy ball. So I'm going to show you, I have these pouches where I have all these teeny balls, and then I have the slime right here in the packs. So this was the box that I had, oops, this is the box that I had kept for Vivan to play. And what it did was, once they're feeling stressed out, right, you have the station there, let them play for 10-15 minutes, 20 minutes extra in between, so that they're releasing all that stress, and it's helping them build the concentration back again. So all these small activities, you might think that they're not related to studies. No, they're not supposed to be related to studies. We are trying to calm their brain down. We are trying so that they breathe well, they're understanding well, their brain is at ease, so that they're able to concentrate. So these are all the activities that I'm sharing with you has helped us all these months. And I'm like prepping as well, because September my school opens too, and I'm like gearing up and getting everything that I can. Okay, moving on to the next tip. Make sure that you let them choose some nice fancy pencils, some nice pens, some nice highlighters, a pretty cool looking eraser, and a pencil box. So make sure that you give them the opportunity to pick and choose. If they want to get like a nice pencil, please let them get it, let them write with it. I mean, just remember, like when we were kids, definitely getting a new stationery, some nice scented erasers, nice pushback pencils, and some nice looking. So I got this pen which has like 7 inks, and every time Vivan sees this, and he likes gold color, so I make sure that I keep a gold color pen right there, and he's ready to use, or like some stickers, whatever he wants, so that he can just decorate, do nothing but just feel happy that he is going to use that. So that was my one more tip. Then let them pick and choose, and if you have to buy a couple of more things, don't buy very expensive, give them the cheaper options, but go for it. Okay, One more tip to go. All right, how about dressing up? Right? This will be pretty cool. Okay, if you have boys and girls in the house, okay, let the boys make sure that they have some kind of pretend and play toy or some kind of cape, or if you just have your dupatta or your sheet or something, you just tie so that it becomes like a cape and they're pretending that they're superheroes. And with girls, whatever they like, if they like some hair, some princess dress or anything, maybe some kind of accessories they want to wear, let them wear for some time, so that this is just adding a little more happiness in the whole thing. And if the school does not allow, I'm telling you all over again, because our school also doesn't allow, but they can always keep it on the side, right? They can always keep it on the side. They can feel happy. So whenever they're doing their work, like just imagine if I'm working throughout the day while wearing this, I think it's super cool. I'm like super excited to just do that one, right? So you can definitely make sure that your kids have this ability that if they want to dress up, they can dress up. One more thing that I wanted to share with you guys, which I think was very, very important, is let them pick and choose a place. I understand having one place to study is really important, but that can be monotonous, because when they go from computer lab to science lab to social studies, they are moving from room to room, like art and craft. So they are moving in different rooms, right? So like if you can also do that, and I'm sure a lot of times we don't have the space in the house because there are other people who are also working, but that's all right. You know what is more important? The kids are very, very important. Their thing is really important. So like, please make sure everybody else is adjusting at the same time, because they are the ones who are going through this and we have to help them. So how can we help the kids to get back their concentration and have a peaceful virtual learning, distance learning, or homeschooling, or like whatever words you want to use? We just want to get their concentration back. We don't want to have those fights every day. We don't want to go back and forth with the kids on finishing their homework or writing exercises. And if one day they're not doing writing exercises, guys, it's all right, they can come back to it. But make sure when the day is starting, that's when they finish the writing exercises. Make sure there is some kind of reward when they do the writing exercises, because Vivan has not written for many months now, and definitely we had a pretty bad time. I had to speak to his teacher, and I'm giving you this example because don't think that I have a perfect scenario here. Vivan has not written even one page since June. So June, July, August, okay? And he would have done English. Yes, he's done English. He has done science, maths, or whatever. But if I would say he has written some story or something, no, nothing. He has not written anything. And while the school was shutting off, the teachers had told us very, very clearly that this is their homework. They need to do this. But there was nothing in writing. And she told me, Sonali, it's all right. Like, let's not fuss on that we have to write way too much. And I wasn't fussing, and I realized that if there are some things that I have to let go, and if I can't. But however, if I have to make sure that he does writing, I'm going to start the writing as first or second task of the day. So if you think your writing is lacking behind and the kids have to definitely do the writing, make sure that your writing is done in the first half when they are fresh, when the brain is fresh. Never leave writing for the second half of the day, because they are already tired, the concentration levels are down, all right, because sitting in front of the computer definitely makes you dull. That is absolutely, there is like no doubt. Even if as adults you work on the screen, by the end of the day your brain is like totally exhausted, and you're not able to finish up tasks. So make sure that you give them options to move from one room to another. If they want to sit down in the balcony to do work, they want to sit down with their grandparents to do some work, if they want to do in the drawing room, on top of dining table, let them do it. Let them come in the kitchen and work with you for some time if they were gonna write, because that's gonna just change of side, sometimes just helps. So guys, I just wanted to share all these things with you. Definitely try and adapt all these things. See if it works out for you, if one or the other. And if you're doing something else, please make sure that you write to us. Yeah, I'm exhausted, I think, after talking too much. I really hope all these tips really work out for all you guys, and I hope all the kids just enjoy the process, and all the parents, like, just don't worry. I mean, I can tell you, because I am also I'm like the same parent, right? I am also worrying the same thing. So I am trying to adapt as many things as possible. So this is definitely helping me out. and I love this one. Yes, I definitely love this. I'm gonna make sure that I have this on when we are doing virtual learning. I mean, for me as well. So guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Make sure that all your friends and families who are teaching their kids watch out this video, and make sure that the kids stay happy and you stay sane. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.